G'day folks, welcome to a nice little Monday update. I've been fairly busy as usual, and in a good way. Not just work, but I took most of Friday off and actually got the little milling machine home, which was fantastic. Also doing a bit more tidying up and clearing out in the shed. Haven't done a lot in this corner here. I've got some goodies coming from Alex again, Alex993cc1. I'll do a video when that shows up. More aviation goodies, so that'll sort of change that area there. I think I'll rearrange it a bit. I do still want to keep my little IBM monitor and everything, but I'm thinking I might have a bit of a clean out up the top and just see what I can do. Running out of room again. But speaking of space and that sort of thing, if anyone knows anyone on the Mornington Peninsula or somewhere like that that would sell me a server rack that would fit within this sort of space, like a meter's about yay high, so 1 meter or something that's readily modifiable, like can be cut down, just cut the rails and the tops down and screw the top back in, that will fit in that corner there would be perfect. I need a server rack because I've already got that little rack mounted switch running away there. I've got nothing to mount it on. The fridge is kind of redundant because I always turn the power off in here completely when I go, unless I'm leaving the PCs uploading or processing something overnight, and then it goes off the next morning. So having a fridge just run up and down in temperature constantly, like basically go from a warm start to cold every single time, is just going to kill it. And I can easily go inside and get cold Coke or set up a drink chiller or something like that in here. That's not hard. So I'm going to get the fridge out and put that in the kitchen, because my current fridge is still icing up. It's a pain in the arse. The evaporator in the freezer is icing and blocking the air duct to the fridge, so the freezer stays icy cold but the fridge doesn't. So I've got to defrost that again and find out why that's not working. And it's not the defrost element, that does read resistance, and it's certainly not short to ground. So yeah, I'm going to work that one out later. But anyway, I want to put a rack in this corner here. Don't know if I'll set up a permanent server or anything, but at least it gives me something that I can mount things in. Because I've got a fair bit of rack mount equipment now, but nowhere to put it. So yeah, I mean, one of my subscribers is currently going to be given some more Dell stuff from a friend, and I've got another guy who's offered me some more bits and pieces. So it would just be nice to fill this corner out with a rack, even if I take some of the some rack mount brackets and just put shelves in there to put things like that PC and some other bits and pieces in there. That'd be fine, because right now it's an unoptimized mess. And likewise, I'm going to be rerunning all my Cat 5. It's not optimal. It's run pretty much directly adjacent to power in many cases, so there could be interference cutting my bandwidth, all that sort of jazz. So we'll work that one out. Again, it's stuff that I did years ago just as a spur of the moment thing, so I want to tidy up that loom that goes through there and get the Cat 5 and the telecom away from the AC mains. It hasn't caused any problems so far, but again, it's probably not helping my routers actually communicate properly. So yeah, that's all going to get sorted out. As you can see, fairly clear space, which is good. Hell, it almost sounds like I've got an echo in here now. It does sound different. I can hear it myself. It sounds different. But yeah, the mill's here. I'm going to have fun hoisting that high enough to get onto the thing, but I've got a few little tricks I can try. Particularly taking the motor off and having the lifting hook right here. That'll work. So yeah, I'll be able to lift that onto its stand and get that set up and shuffle it around there where the tire machine is. That's got to come out. But once that's out, that's going, well, the guy who said he was going to hopefully find me some server stuff, who's donated that one for autopsy, or whatever I want. I probably won't tear it apart permanently. It could be, I could easily give it to somebody else who wants a bit of old stereo gear to play with. It does have a weird gremlin in it, but it may be fixable. Again, the TVs are going to go, that cabinet's going to get bolted to the back of the tire machine and house the VF drive and other control gear. It's just one of those things. The BSAs I almost gave away, but the guy wants a fairly easy beginner project, and these are fairly advanced. One of them's missing a lot of stuff. That one there's been partially picked for bits, so there's no guarantee it's even a runner. So I might have a crack at it one day. If not, I'll offer them again. The hard part's the magneto. I've got no good magneto for it, and recode or repaired ones still fetch a good $1. So it's not a cheap little thing to start with. Little magneto powered Villiers or something like that would be good. And again, the only ones I've got on offer are already restored, so, or mostly restored, so it's not much of a project after that. But yeah, I did get rid of the hacksaw. That's gone. Bloke came and picked it up on Saturday. Big thanks for that. I know he's probably watching. Hopefully he's watching. The funny thing is, he rocked up in a car that I almost bought one of 2 days earlier. It was kind of funny. I almost had a replacement for little Renault Scenic RX4. It's roughly the size of a RAV4 4-door, like blue over there. It's roughly the same size as Blue Rav, but it's a little Renault thing. Sold for $600 on eBay. I didn't even know the seller had an eBay auction going. I was just looking at the one on Gumtree where he wanted like $1,000, and I probably could have talked it down a little bit. And I had no idea it was on eBay, and it sold for about $600. So that sucks. It would have been awesome. Rip the back seats and everything out and use it to store all my electronics and shit while I'm pulling all this place apart and renovating it. But no, it didn't happen. I'll keep an eye out for more. I don't want a generic minivan either. I want a little mini SUV or something to mess around with. Anyway, what else we got? Clear up. It's Jay's cabinet once I get the Battenfeld stuff out of it. Strip them down for copper. I'll keep the good ones. Like that one there's just been leaking for so long it's all rotted. It's really rotted. Same with the one behind it. You can see it's perforated the copper. There's been so much chlorine coming out of it. But anyway, second part of this, let's have a bit of look at some pumps. This was a pickup from work today. We had a big clean out, and I pull into the backyard at work to park in my normal spot, and my normal spot's full of rubbish, including a lot of pumps, so naturally they just said grab what you want. Some of them are pretty clean and suspiciously clean, like they've been on the shelf for some reason. I bet you someone's run them dry and killed the mechanical seal. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. Now, that one's 2005, and it's virtually, apart from a bit of surface dust, it's spotless. So I'd be willing to bet either there was something, if there was something wrong right from the start, we would have sent it back to Hurlcon. But if someone's done something silly like run it dry, that's not so good. Probably, yeah, you wouldn't get warranty on that. It actually says it on the stickers. Caution, starting pump dry voids warranty. Because the mechanical seal is 2 pieces of carbide, and without water to lubricate and keep them happy and cool, yeah, they get really hot, they recess into the plastic housing and just start slinging plastic everywhere. It gets real ugly real quick. And I'm talking 60 seconds to a minute and your pump's screwed. No warranty, no returns. So yeah, I'm going through all these bits and pieces and sorting them. We've got one ready to test actually. Let's see what happens. I'll see if I have to run up to the house and reset the circuit breaker. Hopefully it doesn't take it out. Try and bend the pins out. Oh, that worked. Seems happy enough. I've got to watch for leakage past the mechanical seal, but the problem is I just sprayed water all over it, so I don't know if it's coming from the seal or from the splashing. That doesn't help. It has to be run under head pressure to actually tell me if it's leaking. It's one thing to run it like this, it's another to actually have a good head of water on top of it and actually, yeah, see if it leaks. Yeah, see, I've made such a mess I can't even tell if the mech seal's leaking through the weep hole. But that's where my test tank's going to set up. There's an old plastic test tank at work that I'm going to bring home. It's all consigned for rubbish bins, so I might as well grab it, set it up, and bench test as many of these as I can, and I'll just buy new strainer baskets and tops and things. It's all stuff that we stock at work, so it's easy. These are made in Australia, although it's an international company. Astral, I think Astral now owns Hurlcon. Yeah, Astral Pool Hurlcon. Yeah, Fluid Recruit. That's who makes them. Big company. Yeah, it's out of a replacement one. Again, the models have changed, the motors look like they've all changed. Most of these are 8, 9 or 10 years old. See if I can spin that off. It's the only strainer and cover I've got. The Davey Power Chief CR150, another Davey with the strainer option. Yeah, some of these are just for external strainers and filters, some of them are internally strained. Yeah, that one's a bit of a mess. That one's definitely been used and abused. It's all busted. So yeah, very good. Anyway, I'm going to keep testing and leave it at that. But yeah, the cantilever roof went up alright too. I'll finish that one off soon as well. That's sort of what I've been investing most of my time in, is getting all the framework and stuff that I've had lying around on the ground, taking up space, actually set up and welded and clamped to the side of the shed, and just getting stuff ready for disassembly or segregation to certain other places or people or whatever. Yeah. I've also spoken to the local photo lab, and they're going to talk to their little group. They've got a purchasing and photography group, so I might be able to get rid of some parts of that old photo processor or film developer. It's a Noritsu automatic film developer. So you'll see a video of me taking parts out of it, but a lot of them will probably go to the photography group. I don't think any of them want a whole machine, but if any of them have a model the same or very similar, they might be interested in some of the parts. So yeah, that's going to get stripped down fairly soon as well. It doesn't end. Oh well, thanks for watching. You can see some more videos coming up on this thing soon. I probably won't go completely to town cleaning it up because I don't know how good the gearbox is. It does jump out of medium and high speed. You'll just be drilling and loading it up, and then all of a sudden it'll just slip into neutral. So I've got to figure out why and where the problem is on that. But it's probably not impossible to fix unless the drive dogs are actually broken or stripped and rounded off like a gearbox on a car. If all the dog teeth are chewed up and rounded off, it'll just keep popping out of gear. I'm hoping that's not the case, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least, because I have heard people try and change speeds on this while it's running, and it makes an awful grinding noise. It's not a synchro gearbox, it's not a gearbox you even want to try and change speeds with while it's running, as it says. Don't change change speeds with the machine stopped. Don't try and grind it into gear like some people do. I've got a feeling that's what's wrong with it, but it's worth a try. If not, it's scrap iron. Or it does still work in low speed. Perfectly fine for face milling and other big chunky applications. It's just if you want to drill a small hole with a tiny little 3mm drill bit or something, you want 1000 RPM or 1500 RPM. Otherwise you just clog your drill up and break it. So, yeah, who knows. I'll find a way. There's always where there's a will, there's a way. Thanks for watching.